Do you own a sewing machine? How well do you understand your sewing machine? What really can your sewing machine do? To know more about your sewing machine, do stay on this video. Hello, my name is Blessing Etowakinboyowa. Welcome to another talk video. There are really interesting and exciting videos coming to this channel you don't want to miss. Click on the subscribe button below to be subscribed. Click on the notification to get notified immediately a new video is up. Now, knowing your sewing machine and how it works will make sewing even more interesting. A sewing machine is a must-have tool for everyone who intends to make their own garment, and I believe a sewing machine should be available in every home. Now, what is a sewing machine? I call it a sewing tool used to stitch two pieces together to form something. Sewing machine makes basic running stitch the same way using two sources of thread. The top needle takes the thread into the fabric, loop round the bobbin, then pulls it back up to form a stitch. Now, knowing the basic of sewing is enough to use the sewing machine to fix your torn, loose or tight clothes. I'll quickly go into the types of sewing machine which are categorized based on their features and functions like sewing, quilting, and embroidery. We have the mechanical sewing machine, which is also called manual or domestic sewing machine. We have the electronic sewing machine. We have the computerized sewing machine, which is this. We have the Serger, also called Overlock, which is this. We also have the embroidery machine. In this video, I'll be showing you features of this computerized sewing machine. This is my Carina Evolution computerized sewing machine, which also have the same function, same features, and symbol like every other computerized sewing machine out there. Now, this computerized machine are high technology sewing machines which can also be connected to the internet, to the computer, or design loaded cards. This computerized machine has a minimum of 50 inbuilt stitches. This Carina machine right here has about 406 inbuilt stitches, and they are good for sewing, quilting, embroidery, smoking, and many more crafting, and they work very fast. Also, this machine right here has a special feature called the autopilot. The autopilot is a stitching mode where the machine automatically controls the speed, thread tension, and stitch strength, meaning this machine can sew on its own without being controlled once you press on this start button. The machine comes with an instruction guide or manual and a DVD, or mainly a DVD. Now, this takes us to the functions and features of this sewing machine. For the features and functions of this computerized sewing machine, we have this button right here, which is called the tension dial. I'll tilt it a little to the front so you can see it. This tension dial right here is used to adjust the tension of the thread. Here you can adjust the thread to sew either loose or tight. We also have the tension disc. This disc controls the amount of pressure applied to the thread. Now, here you have the faceplate. By the side of this faceplate, you have the thread cutter. This thread cutter, you can use it to cut the thread on your project. The next thing we have here is the buttonhole lever. Now, I'll tilt it to the back so you can see. This buttonhole lever right here has a buttonhole symbol on it. Now, to sew your buttonhole, this lever is dropped. When you drop this lever, it sends a signal to your machine, which displays it here on the screen. The next thing we also have is the automatic needle threader right here. This is a needle threader. This helps to thread the needle faster. For this sewing machine, we have two spool pins. The horizontal spool pin with this little thread guard that keeps the thread in place, and this other one which you can detach. We also have the hand wheel here. This you can use to manually raise and lower the needle of the sewing machine. So the next thing here is the bobbin or railer. This is where you load or wind your thread on. Now we have the bobbin case, which is here. This is the bobbin case. And this bobbin case is where you place your bobbin after winding. And for this bobbin case, we have the bobbin cover. This cover right here keeps the bobbin in place and protects it from falling out. So after winding your thread, you want to go ahead and cover it before you begin to sew. The feed dogs are these metal teeth-like ridges or bars which moves back and forth in the needle plate. They move as you sew, gripping the fabric while giving way to the needle to help it pass through the sewing machine with the thread to produce a stitch. And the next thing you have here is your sewing needle. This is the sewing needle. The needle is specially used on a sewing machine. The thread is inserted through the eye of the needle and the needle is sent down into the fabric to produce a stitch. Next thing you have is the needle bar right here. This needle bar is a steel rod which holds the needle firm in place and also gives motion to the needle. This is a needle plate which is also called the throat plate. This is a metal plate under the needle and presser foot where the needle passes through as it moves up and down to stitch the fabric. These plates can look different depending on the type of sewing machine they are designed to fit. Now this plate can be removed only to clean underneath it. The next thing we have is the speed limiting adjustment lever, which is right here. You slide this lever to adjust the sewing speed. You can slide it to the right for a very fast sew, to the left for a very slow sew, or to the center for a medium sew. This is the display screen where every command you put into the machine is displayed here. Here you can see a particular stitch or action the machine is performing at a particular time. The next thing we have are the pattern plates. Here are the pattern plates, but some machines have their pattern plate displayed to either the front or the side or the cover. All the patterns are displayed for easy access. Next thing we have is the handle. With this handle, you can easily move the machine from one location to the other. This is the presser foot. The presser foot holds the fabric in place for sewing. So right here we have the presser foot lifter. It is used to lift and lower the presser foot. This presser foot release bar releases the presser foot when pressed on for a replace. If you want to replace a presser foot, you click on here and it releases the presser foot. But while replacing the presser foot, you don't need to press it back. You just hold on the presser foot lifter and place your foot there and click it on. The next thing we have is the drop fit lever. To access the drop fit lever for this machine, we take out the cover. This button right here is the drop fit lever. This lever is engaged before sewing on buttons. Once the lever is clicked, it automatically lowers the feed dogs and sets the sewing machine for sewing on buttons. So when you're done sewing your button, you click it back in place. We have the operation buttons. The first button we have here is the start and stop button. You press this button to start and stop the sewing machine. The next button we have here is the reverse stitch button. This is also called a backward stitch button. The machine will sew stitches in reverse or backward. Hold down this button to sew stitches in reverse or sew reinforcement stitches at the low speed. As you can see, there is a backward sign or symbol here. The next button we have here is the auto lock button. Hold down this button to sew locking stitches immediately or at the end of the current pattern and automatically stop. The next button we have here is the needle up and down position button, which is here. Press on this button to either move the needle to up or down position. The next function we have is the B function buttons. The button we have here on the B function buttons is the mode selection button. Press this button to select direct mode, utility and decorative pattern mode, block letter mode, script letter mode, and outline letter mode. The next buttons we have here are the stitch width adjustment buttons. Now you press on these buttons to increase or reduce the width of the zigzag stitch. So you press on the plus to increase, press on the minus to reduce. The next button we have are the stitch length adjustment buttons, which are here. You also press these buttons to adjust the length of the stitch you're sewing. The next we have here is the twin needle button. You press this button to fix the width range when using a twin needle to sew. This is the mirror button right here. You press this button to sew a reflection pattern. We also have the elongation button. Some patterns can be elongated up to 5 times its normal length by pressing this button. Now the next, the edit button. You press this button to set an added pattern when sewing combinations of decorative stitches. You have the memory button, which is denoted with an M. You press this memory button to enter or store the created pattern combination in the memory. You also have the C button right here, which is clear button. This is used to delete incorrect pattern already entered into the memory. The next buttons you have here are the direct pattern selection and number buttons, which ranges from 0 till 9. Now this gives you an instant access to direct pattern, or you press number buttons of the pattern number to select the desired stitch. This machine came with an extra table where you place your fabric on for sewing. You can replace your table by taking out this small table and replacing it with this longer table right here. The next thing we have is the accessory box, which is in here. This box contains some basic machine tools and extra accessories like the screwdriver, cleaning brush, buttonhole presser foot, zipper presser foot, and lots more. We also have the main power switch, which is right here. This button powers on and off the sewing machine when pressed on. Normally the power switch is located at the right hand side of the sewing machine. The next thing we have is the power cord socket right here. This power cable is connected right here. And connected straight to your electrical source. The next thing we have is the foot controller connector, which is right here. The operating sewing machine foot is connected here at this point. This is the foot pedal. This is used to put the sewing machine in motion. Connect it to this little hole here. The next thing we have here is the LED light under here. This LED light comes on when you connect your machine to an electrical source and turn on the main power switch. That's the LED light right here. It's time for us to wind our bobbin and thread our machine. The bobbin have some holes here. This hole you're going to pass the thread in through. To wind my bobbin, I take my thread, place it on my spool pin, and feed it through this little metal here and pass it around the tension discs. Now I'm going to pass my thread through one of the holes in the bobbin. So I'll pass it from under up, like it is now, and place it on my bobbin winder spindle. After I placed it, I'm now going to engage my bobbin spindle, slide it to the side onto the bobbin winder stopper. This stops the bobbin from winding when it is full. Now since I'll be operating my machine from this start and on button right here, I will then take out the foot pedal. I don't need the foot pedal. I'll take out the foot pedal, set it aside. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my machine. As you can see, my thread is now winding. Now while it is winding, you see the display on the screen indicating that the bobbin is winding right now. And once the thread is fully won, automatically the bobbin winder stopper is going to stop it from winding. Now automatically it has stopped, so I'll go ahead and stop it right here. That's it. With my little thread cutter, go ahead and cut out my thread, disengage the bobbin winder spindle, take up my bobbin, open it and place it in the bobbin case and put it all around. Cover it back with this. Now to thread my sewing machine, what I'll do is I'll take out this thread from this spool pin and place it on this horizontal spool pin here and put this cover and keep the thread in place. I'll pass it through this little metal right here. Now I will not pass it through the tension discs, rather I'll take it from this place here. I'll pass the thread through this opening here, following the indication of this arrow. I'll go down, make a U-turn by this arrow here, go back right up, pass it through this lever here, take it right down again, hook it at this point right here, and now I'll lower the automatic needle threader. On this needle threader, there is a little bar right inside there that pushes the thread through the eye of the needle. I'll go ahead and turn my hand wheel until the needle threader clicks into the needle. I'll hook my thread right here, like this, hook it under and release it, forming a loop at the back. Now hold the loop, pull the thread out, send the thread back, then pick up my bobbin thread from under by turning the hand wheel. Now my machine is ready to sew. That's it. There are a lot more your sewing machine can do. Feel free to play with your sewing machine, that way you can learn faster. And if you would like to see a video on a Serger, then leave the comment in the comment section. Thank you. video is helpful. Subscribe to my channel to see more videos. Like and share these videos. Leave your comments, questions, suggestions and inquiries in the comment section, and until my next video, do have a pleasant day.